I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of the Russian Federation.
Господин председатель.
Mr. President, the 20th century was a turning point for childhood throughout the world. Children began to be considered people with their own views, their particular rights. They were people with specific interests and needs. And the family was identified as the only place where a child could grow and prosper, because for a child to fully and harmoniously develop its identity, the child needs to grow up in a family, in an atmosphere of happiness, love, and understanding. It is this approach that lies at the foundation of this fundamental international document to protect children, the Convention on the Rights of the Child. It was adopted by UN member states 30 years ago on November 20th. Over these 30 years, the Convention has become a crucial guide for the entire international community in realizing the rights of the child. It has been and will continue to be the basis for both recommendations and resolutions for multilateral international organizations and for national programs and strategies to improve the situation for children. Today, the Convention on the Rights of the Child has 196 participants, which bears witness to its authority and universal acknowledgement by the global community. Mr. President, Article 4 of the Convention states that states parties shall undertake all appropriate legislative, administrative, and other measures for the implementation of the rights recognized in the present Convention. Thus, any responsibility for fulfilling obligations under the Convention lies with states. The national policy to improve the situation for children in the Russian Federation has been carried out consistently since 1995 through the implementation of strategic documents. Each document was prepared based on results achieved under the ever-changing situations in the world and in the country. Currently, the decree of the President of the Russian Federation is being implemented. It is an initiative for 2018 to 2027 entitled The Decade for Childhood. A special coordination council under the Russian Parliament is tasked with its realization. Promoting and protecting the rights and legal interests of children falls under a wide range of Russian state institutions and officials. The issue is very complex, and therefore an institutional mechanism to coordinate the actions of all government bodies in this area has been established, namely the Ministerial Interagency Commission on Minors and the Protection of Their Rights. The Commission holds meetings around the country, allowing it to learn on the ground about various issues that are affecting the interests of children. Mr. President, in the context of new social challenges due to the era of globalization, we believe that the protection of the rights of the child needs to be viewed through a wide-angle lens. Neglect, child drug use, teenage crime, trafficking in children, and their sexual exploitation. This is a far from complete, tragic list of the threats to children in the modern world. And this means threats to the future of humanity as a whole. Combating these negative phenomena is a practical contribution to improving the lives of children. However, we can only succeed in this task together, combining the efforts of everyone who cares about the future of the planet. Thank you for your attention.
I thank the distinguished representative of the Russian Federation